My wife cheated on me for jewelry, and now it divorcing. I'm 36, my wife, Alice, is 35. 10 years of marriage, and I still can't grasp what happened over the last 72 hours. I thought we had a solid, slightly routine, life. I'm a software engineer working from home, she's a regional manager at a major pharmaceutical company. No kids, we planned to, but there was always time, a nice house in the suburbs, 2 cars. You know, the American dream, but with more Zoom meetings. Over the last 6 months, Alice became increasingly unavailable. At first, I blamed her work, she's always been ambitious. Late coming home. Weekends were supposedly corporate retreats. Constantly glued to her phone, but always hiding it when notifications came in. I'd ask her about it, asking if everything was okay. And that's when it would happen for the first time. A bitchy, hysterical outburst. Are you checking up on me, Mark? I have a real job. I don't be around coding all day. I'll have to deal with people, sign deals. The world doesn't revolve around your schedules. The words stung. They were so sudden and so angry. I would back down, apologize, thinking, maybe she's just under pressure. But now I realize it wasn't work. It was an elaborate deception, and I was say dumbest husband. How could I have been so blind? Made many mistakes, but the biggest one was probably rationalization. She started bringing home gifts. Not for me, but for herself. A new Chanel handbag, a price that made my financial instincts seize up, designer shoes she used to call too ostentatious, and a lot of jewelry. One day, she came home with an incredibly sparkly bracelet, thin but studded with diamonds. I asked, wow, where did that come from? New client. Her response was chillingly cold, and it was the first massive red flag I completely ignored. It's a gift. From me. To me. I deserve this, Mark. Unlike you, I'm actually advancing my career and can afford nice things. Do I have to report every purchase to you? She said it as he were her father, not her husband. But I backed down again. I thought, maybe she's just more successful than me. Maybe I've become too much of a homebody. The turning point, the not quite icebreaker. 2 weeks ago, we went to her company's corporate event. At the entrance, I ran into her colleague, John. Hey, Mark. Good EO. See, Alice is still with you. I thought she took this job for the, better perks. I laughed, thinking he was joking. Perks? What kind of perks? He looked at me with genuine surprise. Well, she's been to 2 business dinners with that Bulgari guy. Even posted about it. Elle thought that was your shared secret. It was a cold shower. Alice had never mentioned Bulgari. She always talked about some supplier. And then it hit Tay. It was a deliberate lie. My blood ran cold. I rushed to find her. Elle found Alice chatting with her boss, who looked very formal. I pulled her aside, my voice trembling with a mix of anger and fear. Bulgari, Alice. You were meeting someone from Bulgari. Who was he, and why did you lie to Tay about it? Her face. It was an instant transformation. First, fear. Then, in less than a second, an icy, manipulative fury. Were you eavesdropping on my conversations? Did you talk to John? You were 50 pathetic, Mark. I was conducting business negotiations for a potential sponsorship contract. They were interested in working with our foundation. I didn't tell you because it was confidential, and you wouldn't understand anything anyway from your boring spreadsheets. She said it very loudly, drawing the attention of several people. She knew what she was doing, painting me as a hysterical, jealous husband. As she was shouting at me, I noticed a new ring on her finger. Not her wedding ring. A quite massive ring with a bright green stone and 2 small diamonds on the side. It was her style. I asked about it, and she stammered. It's just cheap costume jewelry I bought during lunch today. She yanked her hand away. But I wasn't an idiot. I had lived with her for years. I knew what an expensive item looked like. And I knew that when she started screaming and lying about small things, it covered a big lie. She was being so bitchy, 50 vicious, to distract me. And, sadly, I had to pretend I believed her to avoid further scenes and plan my next move. I said, okay, Alice. I'm sorry. Just tell Tay next time. I trust you. She won. At least, for that night. After that corporate party, I returned home depressed but with a new, cold determination. I knew she was lying, and I needed proof. I didn't want to be paranoid, but her reaction was too bitchy and hysterical to be just about confidential deals. The next day, she treated me like dirt. She acted as I were at fault for disrupting her peace at the party and constantly blamed me. You embarrassed Tay 50 badly, was her favorite phrase that morning. I stayed silent, working quietly. She was rushing to get ready for work, yelled that she was late for an important client meeting,